Hello, mighty parents. Happy 2019, happy January. I cannot believe that this is the first time that I'm going live with you this year. Kind of want to apologize for being gone, but I'm not going to, because part of the reason I haven't been doing the lives is Judy and I, as we told you in December, the end of December, we chose to take some much needed time off. We also chose to come back to work a little bit more slowly than normal. Normally it's like January 2nd or whatever the Monday is, hit the ground running, try and do as much as you can, get things done. And that is not what we did this year. We waited until the following Monday. Even then, Judy jumped in a little bit more than I did. I came back a little bit more slowly, but my girls were home and I wanted to take time with them. And she not only understood, but encouraged me to do that as well. And she had things going on and people she wanted to spend time with. And she also needed a lot of time for her to just be and do some of that self-care that we talk about. And we were very focused on that. If you were listening to the podcast last year, or if you listened to our reflections show that we posted on Christmas Eve, it was kind of eye-opening for us to go back through the year and look at the shows and realize how much we had learned and to have those lessons brought front and center again. I think it gave us the courage, I guess you could say, to apply those lessons through the holiday season. And so that was taking the time. And for me, I really focused on my girls. They're getting older, they're going to be gone soon. And when they're little, we kind of have to focus on them because they demand it. They need it. They need our physical presence. They need us to do things for them that they literally cannot do. They can't eat, they can't dress themselves, they can't get themselves places. They can't do those things on their own. The older they get, the more they can do on their own, the easier it can be to pull away from spending time with our kids. And then, when they go off to college, when they come home, if they have friends in the area, they want to be out running around doing those things. And it can be really easy to lose family time. One of the shows I talked about how much I regret letting family dinners slide when the girls got into high school. My husband is a tutor, so he works afternoons, evenings, and it was just so hard with everybody's crazy schedules to try and get everyone together. And initially you move a few and then you move some more, and the next thing you know, there are very few family dinners. And so I didn't want to let that happen with other things. So I focused a lot on making the time and taking the time to just be there. It didn't mean I had to be doing something with them all the time, although I did do some of that. But when my daughter said, "Hey, I need to drive down to Indiana and take this stuff back to the mall," because I created space, I was able to say, "Okay, I'll go with you." And then we have the car ride there and back, as well as time at the mall to hang out and chat and just open up opportunity for conversation. And this is really on my mind today because I'm in Michigan, and if you haven't seen the weather map, I just saw when I popped into Facebook to come to live, one of my friends had posted a graphic someone did. It has a big picture of Michigan with some of the surrounding states, and has a big closed sign slapped right on top of the state of Michigan because we are just painfully, frigidly cold here. Our high temperatures this week are going to be in the single digits and below zero. Our wind chills are below zero. Right now we're getting dumped on with snow. So yeah, pretty much the state is closed. And that brought these same lessons to mind is, when my kids were little, we had a snow day and you spent the day with them. For one thing, again, you didn't necessarily have so much of a choice because you had to keep an eye on things. When they get older, those things don't necessarily happen. So this was a reminder, again, to take that time to make the time in the space to have some time with them. And it doesn't have to be the whole day. You might not have a choice. You might still have to go to work. You might have other kids you need to care for, other obligations you need to see to. I'm not saying you need to take today off and go spend it with your kids. I'm just reminding us as parents that we have to make time. One of the things that we get when you join this group, I don't know if you remember, we ask you questions and we really appreciate the answers for those of you who answered them. And some of you, if you didn't answer them then and you would like to let us know now, send us a message, pop us an email, go to the mightyparenting.com page and email us there and let us know what are your biggest concerns, what are the things you're looking for. We're just trying to help meet your needs. But one of the big things we hear from people is they want a better relationship with their teen. They want to build a relationship with their teen. And building is a verb. To build something takes effort. And so one of the ways that we can make an effort is making time. It could be doing chores together. It could be taking the time to drive them someplace, even though they have their license. Because there's something, I hear from lots of parents, and I know it was true for us, there's something magical about the car rides. You get in the car, and after a little while, they just will start talking and opening up. So making the time, making the space in whatever way that works for your family. It could be in the car. It could be doing things. It could be that you spend breakfast together each day. It could be that you have some evening time, or Sunday is family day, or Friday nights are family night. Whatever works for you, but look for those opportunities. Look for that soft spot in your schedule. And tell your kid that that's what you're doing, is I would like to spend more time with you. And it doesn't have to be huge. What could we put into our life on a regular basis? What could we put in our schedule? What would you like to do with me? Maybe go and pull some of those games out from the basement and stack them up in the living room. I know we did that this year. I got a cribbage board my husband made me for Christmas. Last year, my daughter made me a backgammon board. So we got those up in the living room. So they're here in the place where we are congregating, where we have downtime, where everybody can be, so that it's easy to get to. Ask them, what kinds of things they like to do. And depending on your kid, I have one who doesn't necessarily want or need to be verbally interacting. Just being in the same room is connection for her. I have one who most definitely needs a verbal connection. So, yourself too. You have to look at yourself and what you need, but look at yourself, look at your kids with respect for your personalities, your needs, your family. Make that time and encourage your kid. And you might even, depending on what's been going on, depending on what they're used to, what their attitude is. One, it could take a while to get them on board. Two, you may have to lay down the law, and you may just have to say, hey, this is what we're doing. Maybe you have 4 kids and 2 working parents and your schedule is really packed. You might just have to say, this is the time, this is the space that we are going to make to be together as a family. Or you might want to do something individual with each kid and say, I am making a time for each of you. You guys need to get on board and help me figure out when that can happen. And then make it important. It doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't have to be that you're going and doing something amazing. It can be that you sit in the living room and just the 2 of you have coffee and chit chat. It can be a car ride. It can be whatever you want it to be. But building a relationship means building. It means working. It means doing something. And this is a something to do. So if you are in Michigan, or there are a few places around the country I've seen that are also experiencing some challenging weather, if you've gotten that reprieve of a snow day or a rain day or whatever you get in your area, if you have something like that, grab some of those golden opportunities too. Even if it's for part of the day, even if it's for just a little bit, even if it's just sitting down and having lunch together unexpectedly, or go outside and build a snowman. Again, think about what you did with your kids when they were little and try to bring it forward and adapt it. And sometimes it doesn't have to be adapted. You can go out and build a snowman now. But take something you did, if you went to the park with them so they could play on the playscape when they were little, well, what's an equivalent of that for you now? Would it be that you go to the gym and work out together? Would it be that you go play basketball together? Go for a bike ride together, enter a race, a running race, walk a 5K, a bike race. Do you go rollerblading? What do you want to do? What can you do together? Just take that time and build your relationship. Thanks for being a mighty parent. Please like, share, and let other people know about the group, the podcast, because that's how we get this message out there. And we always love hearing from you. So thanks for your feedback, and let us know any thoughts you have on this, anything that you found that you've done that's worked great for you, or challenges that you're having and you'd like feedback from other parents, some ideas, some problem solving. We're happy to help out with that too. Have a great day.